One, action. Take one. This is one take. And hello, good morning or afternoon, everybody. Wherever you're at in the world, we have some folks from Florida. We have artists from in Arizona. And I want to say thank you for joining today. We have a spectacular event. This is called the All-Star Virtual Experience. And if you saw the flyer that is sent out, it said 5 artists, 1 organ, an amazing virtual experience. And that's what's going to happen today. And it just so happens that the 5 artists are all playing the same model today, not at the same time, one after another. And they're going to show off and play some great music, and they're going to enlighten you on some of the things that they're doing. And to me, these are the 5 best artists in the world. Anyone that's the best at Fletcher Music Centers, to me, is the best in the world. And just as important, the best educators in the world, I think. We're very proud of all of our staff members at Fletcher Music Centers. And so when you mix great talent and great educators, you just get an amazing virtual experience. So to kick off things today, we have none other than, there we go. And so the first person up on the agenda, we're going to go from Florida and fly real quick all the way to Arizona. And we're going to have Mr. Sean Maloney from our Mesa, Arizona location. And let's give it up for Sean Maloney, everybody. Oh, wait a second.
The crowd's going wild, I can tell. I can see your videos. You're all going wild. Well, I am going to play on the premiere today. Like you said, we're going to tell you what we're doing throughout, too, which I think is great. Sometimes you might see a concert on Zoom here or in person. Hopefully we'll get back to that soon if you're not already. And a lot of the time it's a little tough because we do all these things, press all these buttons, and you're like, what are they doing? You know, how do they do that? So throughout this, we're going to tell you what we're doing. It'll be on this specific instrument, but a lot of it you can relate to your own at home. So like you said, I'm playing on the Lowrey Premier today, which is a very, very pretty instrument. And I call it me-sized because it's not one of those gargantuan ones. I'm not the biggest person, so I like to play on something a little more my size here. But just beautiful. It's got the nice roll top here, so I can cover up any of these keys so they don't get dusty, or I can lock somebody's cat in there if I need to, you know. So, but just a beautiful, beautiful organ. And away we go. I'm going to just start out with some big stuff. I'm going to start out with a Broadway medley here. And I'm going to use all sorts of different features that we're going to talk about throughout the show today. So here's the first medley. See if you can catch these songs. Here's our introduction. Thank you. Thank you. That's a big audience there. I didn't know we had that many people on. It either sounded like an audience or somebody frying bacon in there.
Yeah,
So.
and they're 6 feet apart too.
Good, good. That's important nowadays. So I totally messed part of that up because I started going into a different song in the middle because my brain has ADD and I kept starting to go into different songs. But I did play at least some of 3 songs. I did Do, Re, Mi, Hello, My Baby, and then the last one was No Business Like Show Business. So this is a really fun instrument just to kind of noodle around, and I'm just going between these buttons in the center here. You might be familiar with those. Some of you have them, some of you don't. If you don't know what these are, in the center of a lot of these instruments that you see us playing on, we have what are called presets. So throughout that, I was changing presets, just changing my melody sounds. And what's cool is you can change what's in these in most instruments. So what I did is I just played what came up. I just touched different numbers and it automatically sounded good. If I had reset the instrument and I had this button off, let me show you this. Here, hold on. This is cool. This is cool to know. There's a button called Rhythm Preset. Now, it's a little blurry there, but it's called Rhythm Preset, which we're going to talk about in a little bit. But what's cool is I'm going to turn that off. And what it's going to do is it's going to put sounds in here automatically that are called general presets. They've moved up the ranks. They're now generals. They're general presets. So what happens is I have sounds built into these automatically. No matter what's going on in the instrument, I've got the same sounds always in 1 through 10 here. And they're called general presets. Let me show you this real quick. We taught a class at one point and used this, and I thought this was really cool. This is just a little picture. It's a lot of words, but it's basically just telling you what's in these sounds. So right when I turn on the instrument, I can play with just one finger in each hand and play on the easy button. Just play any old song with these sounds. So if I go from 1, I can switch between sounds really quickly. Let's go to 2. Number 3. Number 4. Strings. Ooh, number 5's really nice with that song. Now if I keep going, if I go to number 7 here, it puts on a choir, beautiful choir. You could play things like let's go to number 8. Two more to go. Number 9, jazz organ. This is cool. And number 10, finally, you actually have Glenn Miller's original orchestra in here. So I can just, anytime I want, if I just want to sit down and play anything, I can just run through those 10 numbers and I've got good sounds to play that'll go with anything, called general presets. And I'm going to use a couple of them. I'll play one more song here and then it's all done for me, but I'm going to play a disco rhythm. There's a disco rhythm built into here. And I'm going to use some of those general preset sounds with it. That number 2 is a pipe organ. If I touch number 2 here, it gives me a pipe organ. And there's only one song I can think of that's kind of weird and uses a pipe organ with a disco rhythm, and that is the Phantom of the Opera. But to do that, I've got some music. I just need one page of the song, because I always forget how one part of it goes. And just to make it a little easier, this instrument's kind of cool because instead of just having that one music rack, I have what's called a music rack extension I can put on here. And then it's just a little bit closer, and it just kind of puts it right in front of my face. Whoops. So I'm going to play Phantom of the Opera with a couple of those general presets I just used. And away we go. Here we go. Thank you. Thank you.
Wow, the crowd roars.
Wow. A lot of people. All right. Settle down, everybody. Okay. Thank you so much. That was Phantom of the Opera on the premiere.
Get out of here.
You get out of here.
I had a job for Jerome. Press the button off, and he couldn't do it. But anyway,
Wait, are you saying that was a
better
button?
and to better things. We have Mr. Sean Maloney. Thank you so much. That was very clever. I'm glad you put that little thing on there so you could see the music. Otherwise, it'd be a little hard for you. But we're going to travel from Mesa, Arizona. If I'm not mistaken, we're going to go all the way to Osprey. Is that right? Is that where you're at, Andrew? Uh-oh, he's muted. We can't hear you play if you're muted. We need to hear some wonderful music. So we're going to go from Mesa, Arizona, all the way back to Osprey, and there we go. I like my special sound effects. And we have Mr. Andrew Leach, everybody.
All right, thank you, Robert. That was great, Sean. So I've got two songs to play for you, and the first song that I'm going to play features something called category presets. Sean was talking about general presets, and soon I believe someone's going to be talking about rhythm presets. Rhythm presets are probably the best kind of preset, and the more of those you can have, the better. And I'm not going to explain rhythm presets because I think someone else will, but suffice to say, that's what most of us use most of the time. But sometimes you want something really specific, and maybe you can't find it in your rhythm presets. So you can go to a place called Category Presets, of which the Premiere has two. There's a category called Big Band and a category called Latin. And what's really neat about category presets is that they don't care which rhythm style you've chosen. They're always the same no matter what. For example, if I turn on my Big Band category, number 1 is a trombone.
Andrew,
No
that's a
matter
little
if
loud,
I'm
just so
on-
you know.
You say louder or too loud?
No, that was a little loud, just so you know. It was crackling, so just volume down a little bit.
So that's a trombone here on Big Band, number 1. Whether I'm playing a bossa nova or country music or a march, it doesn't matter. Number 2 is going to be my saxophone. And it doesn't matter if I'm playing a bossa nova or a country song or a march, you get the idea, right? And so there's a bunch of great big band sounds in here. There's muted trumpets, there's the piano, there's the jazz guitar, there's the whole sax section, the whole brass section. But for the song I'm going to be playing, I'm going to use the Latin category, because I'm going to play a song called This Masquerade. It was written by Leon Russell, probably made famous by George Benson. A bunch of other people did it too, like the Carpenters. And here's my version. I'm going to go through the Latin categories. I'm going to start on number 8 because it's a piano, and I want to start with the piano. And other than that, I'll just go back to number 1, and you'll get to hear all of the different Latin sounds. What a fun song that is. I really like that tune. All right. For my second song, I want to play Caravan. That's also a really fun song that I like to play. But sometimes you want specific sounds for your songs, and just rarely you might not be able to find them in the categories or in the general presets or the rhythm presets where you're looking. And so in that circumstance, you can go over to something called bank presets. And this instrument, the Premier, has one, Bank A, which comes preloaded with a bunch of really nice organ sounds. And those are good sounds, but an even cooler feature of this bank over here, the A bank, is I can put my own sounds into it. So if I want to have some specific sounds like I do for Caravan, I want to start with a flute. And so I'm going to put that into number 1. And any of your helpers, any person on the staff can show you how to do this. It's not very difficult, I promise. And then for my second sound, I want some strings. So I'm going to put that into number 2. For my third sound, I want an accordion. So I'm just going to go pick that out over here, put that into number 3. And one final sound, number 10. I want some kind of mariachi sound, and so I'm going to take a lead trumpet and combine it with the sound of a brass section with some harmony. Someone will tell you about harmony later, too. And that's going to be my mariachi trumpet sound. And so now with those sounds, I'm going to play Caravan. And here we go. And that's Caravan. What a fun song to play. Thank you guys so much. Robert.
Wow, big round of applause. Yes, you got a big round of applause. I think it was the same crowd that applauded for Sean earlier. Well, I have to tell you, folks, go ahead and remove my spotlight here for a minute because we're gonna we gotta take a road trip real quick. First of all, let me get my car started. Hold on. We're gonna drive down really fast from Osprey all the way down to Port Charlotte. Yeah, we were driving really fast. Wait! Watch that cat! Stop! Yeah, you don't want to hit the kitty. Okay, and I'm a professional sound effector, I tell you. Well, we have a great next artist and performer and educator, Mr. Cary Price. Everybody.
Hi, everybody. Can you hear me? Yay! So I'm excited. I'm playing on the premiere, and I'm going to talk about some styles, different rhythms, different things. They call them styles or rhythms. Some people call them backgrounds. And I wanted to just show you with the little camera, my little friend. He's going to show you up close what they look like. So I got the big band, country, swing, march, Broadway, and stuff. So I'm going to start off with Broadway. Yay! And I'm going to put on an introduction. We'll start with that. Hold on. Okay. This is called, you want to start off big. So you start off with Broadway opener. It says opener right in the screen. A lot of Rodgers and Hammerstein shows have things like this, or even My Fair Lady. Or maybe No Business Like Showbiz. Or Sound of Music. Yay! So you want to start off big with some of your show tunes used at Broadway. Next one, I love big band. Big band. So I'm going to press the big band one. And this one, it's called swing band. This is the Glenn Miller style big band. Now I want to talk about, let's see, can you hear me? Okay. I want to talk about harmony. Harmony. Yeah, Harmony, I dated her once. No, just kidding. Harmony is when, watch this, when you play, like people play more than one finger, or when a choir, they sing together. But watch this, here's harmony. Watch this. Yay! Harmony. I played with all 4 fingers there. A lot of people saying, wow, I can hardly do the 1. Do 3 or 4? So that's why we're going to use harmony. And automatically, the big band put on a harmony, and it's called 4-part. And that's, watch this. That's a lot of music. Listen without. With. So I play the 1 note, I'm going to get sometimes 3 to 4 fingers, and that's because of the harmony. Got to show you. And it's purple. We're just going over there. Here, there they are. Harmony! Yay! Just push them and they light up. 4-part, 3-part, duet, and AOC. Got 4 harmonies on this, and that's going to make me sound rich and full. So here's another one that I'm going to do duet. So I'll just go to the Latin, like duet trumpets. Here I go. I'm going to use the Latin. Olé! Sometimes, how about country? Country uses duet a lot. I'm going to use the country waltz. And I'm going to have duet fiddles. Duet, yay! So harmony is going to be over on the right side of your instrument, and it'll be purple. Some people have a duet. Some people have a AOC. Now this has 4 of them. Harmony. Now I'm going to talk about some styles I really like a lot. Let's say you're going out, and you don't want to go to a big club. You want to go to a little place. And the little place has a grand piano, a little baby grand, a stand-up bass player, and a saxophone. And it's a cigar bar, and you're going to just have some drinks, smoke a cigar, and talk. And that's called Smoky Lounge. Here it is. This is great for Misty, Tenderly, George on My Mind, maybe Moonlight in Vermont. That's your introduction. Set the scene. Neat. I love that one. Hey. Oh, I got one. Let's say I want to do YMCA. I'm all excited. I'm going to use the disco. I got an idea. I'm going to do the first verse, and I want to see you guys doing the YMCA. Here we go. Here it comes. Ready, one more time. Hey. Yeah, a lot of favorites, but maybe I want to do Christmas. It's got a Christmas one. But you're probably thinking maybe of learning some patriotic ones for upcoming. So I've got a March variation. Oh, March variation's the swing march. I hold the fill. 76 trombones. Mickey Mouse. Yay! Hope you enjoyed that.
Wow, you got the same big round of applause, and it was the exact same amount of people too. Big round of applause to Mr. Cary Price, everybody. Now we are going to we're going to have a little fun here because we are in Florida, Port Charlotte right now, and we got to take a plane here. Hold on, let me get my. We're flying across Texas. We're in Arizona, and here we are. We are now landing, and here we go. Bart Jensen was hanging out with Cary in the other demo room there, and he got on the plane and flew fast back to Mesa. So take it away, Mr. Bart Jensen.
Well, that was kind of fun to be on the plane, but I don't know that I'd ever go up in the air with you, Robert. No. But hey, it's great to be here today, and I'm here to play a little bit of music that you might like. If you don't like it, then let me know.
With me.
Somebody saying something?
I said I always bring extra hand sanitizer with me, so.
Okay, that's good. I'm glad you. Can I use some, please?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. All right, so I have a confession to make, and that is I grew up with rock and roll. I thought rock and roll was the only music. When the Beatles sang "I Want to Hold Your Hand," I'm holding my first hand. I mean, that was the only music that existed until someone introduced me to Glenn Miller. And he's the one who opened the door to swing for me. You know the saying, it don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Well, he was one of the earliest swingers. In fact, he was a musical rebel. When he joined the Army and was asked to play in the Army band and lead the Army band, he found out that he was quickly assigned to be playing marches. And he didn't want to do marches. So he started changing them to swing. And it really was a big deal for everybody that they should hear the swing rhythm instead of the traditional march. But he did it anyway. And now another exciting thing about him is that he actually had more number 10 or 10 top hits. He had more 10 top hits on the music charts than Paul McCartney or Elvis Presley. So that's how big of a person he was. And if you don't know much about him, it's an interesting life to look into in his music. So I'm going to start off with Moonlight Serenade. And this was considered his theme song. Kind of an interesting story. What happened was when they first began, they wanted to combine trombone, which was his instrument, along with a background of another instrument. Well, what happened was the trombone drowned things out, so they decided to instead replace it with clarinet as a lead. Well, the background was a brass section, so it was too loud for the clarinet, so they changed that background to saxophone. So when we come over here and we pick the swing rhythm and we choose Serenade in the Window, it automatically brings up that Glenn Miller sound with clarinet melody and saxophone harmony. And it became his sound, one of the things that made him so famous. Hey, hope you like that. That was fun to play. Thank you. Is that rain? It sounds like rain. That's applause raining down. That's what that is. Okay, so the next song I want to do is a song that was made famous by him as well. It's called Chattanooga Choo Choo, and we have two kinds of trains on this organ. We have a country train and we have a big band train, and you're about to hear the big band train. But before I do, I want to say something about what you just heard me play there. You notice that I was changing the sounds quickly, and the reason I changed those sounds quickly is because I had the access to rhythm presets. Now, you heard about general presets today, and you heard about bank presets today, but rhythm presets are probably the most powerful and definitely the biggest band. There are 10 rhythm presets for every one of the 16 times 3 rhythms. How many rhythms is that, somebody? 18 times 3 rhythms. Anyway, that's a bunch. So that's hundreds of rhythms that are already pre-programmed for us, ready to fit any rhythm that you choose, rhythm presets. So I want to encourage you to use those. When you turn on your organ, rhythm presets are so important that as soon as you touch a rhythm, the rhythm preset button comes on. Okay? That's how important they are. And now once you've got your rhythm and the rhythm preset automatically selected for you, you've got 10 more choices of sounds, which is exciting. Okay, so here's Chattanooga Choo Choo, and we're going to get aboard the Chattanooga Choo Choo train, and here we go. Nope, not that one. This one right here. Now I'm going to do something kind of interesting here. When I go back to the main part of the song, I'm going to do a little bit of a transpose. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, that was fun. Now, you notice I've added the transpose there, and that's a very cool thing to do. What that means is everything is being changed at one time. And when people transpose, and once you understand transposing, you'll start hearing it in music. They always go up, and I say always, 90+% of the time, they go up 1/2 step. They do it at the end of a verse or a chorus, and it adds interest to the sound. If you don't ever change keys, sometimes it can become a bit redundant. So learn how to use that transpose at the end of a chorus or at the end of a verse, and always go up 1/2 step, which means one hit on the transpose button, okay? And that'll make your audience become much more engaged and get the feeling that you're really good. Like some people think I'm really good, but I sure fool them. Okay, so I'm going to end with one more song here because I was told I was supposed to end with a song. And let's do a little rock and roll here. And Thank you.
And a big round of applause. Big round of applause to Mr. Bart Jensen, everybody. Oh, my goodness. Hey, they must really like rock and roll. They're applauding a little longer than all the others. How about that?
Yeah.
Well, folks, I have to tell you, I have to get in my plane here and zoom back over to Florida because we're in Mapes, Arizona, and we have another artist for today. Let me get in my plane and fly. Here we go.
Help, help,
I don't
help,
know why I keep going down and up
help.
my plane. There we
My hands
go.
are tired.
And we are going now to Mr. Joe Fontechia.
Oh my God,
Sun
my
City
hands are tired
Center.
from flying. How are you, Robert?
You don't like my flying?
Yeah, you did very well. You
Oh.
landed very well.
I think. Thank you very much.
All right. Hi, everybody. This is Joe Fontechia. Listen, you have just been listening to a few things which our staff has been talking about, and you've been listening to the Lowrey premiere. And to recap just real quickly, so then I'll show you a couple things that I have on my agenda for you. First of all, you have a 40-note keyboard, upper and lower. But when I say that, there is an octave button, which an octave button means it could bring it up an octave or two or down. So actually you have a full-length piano or any type of instrument that can go lower and higher. So when I say 49, it actually has a way of producing notes higher, and it's called octaves you can transfer. You also had one of our concert artists talk about the orchestral. You have 54. Remember that. Write that down. 54 full orchestral rhythm styles. And Bart was talking about the rhythm presets, and he said, what's that number? I have it for you. It's 594 complete rhythm presets. 594. I've never used that many, but it's always fun to have it available. Now, what I'm going to show you is what we call song setup, and there's 200 of those in here. And I'll show you what that is. And then, of course, Andrew was talking about the category presets, and he set up some things. We have category presets. We have 10 big band, and we have 10 Latin. And, of course, Cary did a great job of showing you all the different rhythms. Now, what I'm going to show you is something called the music recorder. And now we have the USB, but when we first started, we ended up what we call the floppy disk, and they're still available. And what this is, and you see this okay? I'm going to put that in the side of the instrument. I guess it's over here. Can you see over there on the side? Over here, see? Okay? Don't get nervous, okay? So what that is that I can set up, and what Andrew did, he did some great presets. But once you're done, what happens? It's gone. So you can go into the computer, and I can scroll to disk. Let's see, where are you, disk? Oh, there you are. And I'm going to enter, and I already loaded for time. I already loaded a series of presets. So I want to save it forever on the disk. So I'm going to enter that, and it says enter again. It says group 1, which is what I put in, load it. So it says loading presets. So guess what happened? All the presets that I set in is now stored for me in here. So I put in some nice organ sounds. So if I wanted to play straight organ, I have it all set up with my likes and dislikes of sounds. So now, if I wanted to go, I can now set up a second group of sounds that I want, including rhythm. Okay, so that's what the disk can do for you. The disk is something that you can store and come back to. People love that you can save what you've been practicing. Now, the other part that's pretty cool is something that we have called the music recorder, which is over here. Now, most people don't use it because it is difficult. They say it's difficult. It really isn't. This is how easy this is. This is one of the easiest ones to do. All I want to do, let's see, let's do something kind of up tempo. Let's do a polka, okay? So I'm going to set up a polka, and I've set up the sounds, okay? And now all I got to do is hit record, and it should click here in a minute. There it goes. Can you see it? There, okay? So now it's ready for me to play. Okay, do you see what happened? Now it's over. It's going to click, and I'm going to stop it. And now it's going to turn green. You see that? Can you see it? And all I have to do, watch this. This is, I hope it's going to happen. I'm going to push play. But you know what you can do? You can have fun. You can have the kids come over, and they can change the sound. You can pick any sound you want just to check it out. You can play along with it. Wow, you can have so much fun because once you record, you can then experiment with the recorder. How do you like that? Isn't that a cool feature? And it's really easy. Just remember, you hit record, and you hit and wait for this thing to click, and you play your song, hit stop, and then hit play. Whoops, hit play, and it'll do it again for you. Now, also, there is still available, which is really nice, you can order some pre-recorded floppy disks that have artists on it. Well, here's one that I did, and let's see if we can come up with a couple of songs on here that I have for us. Oh, I'm going to do Autumn Leaves. Okay, little jazz thing I did, and you can buy some of these and order them on Amazon even. Wow. All right, I hope you like that. That is a really cool feature. Okay, so that's the recorder, and that's the disc part. But the most fun for everybody and the easiest is called song setup. Song setup means there's over, what did I say, 200 songs. So you scroll till you get to a song. Once you get to that song, you just enter, and everything is ready for you, including all the presets. So if I want to now play a number, let's see, let's play one here. I'm going to finish up with a little Dixieland number, okay? So here we go. Whoops, wait a minute, I got the wrong one up there. Hold on, I got the song set up. There we go, we got it right. Okay, there we go. right. I hope you had fun. I hope I gave you some insights. I hope our staff did. I'm going to turn it right back to our beautiful, beautiful host, Robert Roman.
Big round of applause. Wow. You know, that was me doing all that applause. I know you guys didn't realize that, but I have a way of multiplying myself into about 100 people. That's pretty scary, isn't it?
Yeah.
So first of all, we got something cool we're going to do here in a minute. But first of all, I want to say thank you for attending. We hope you enjoyed the show. I have you on my gallery view. Did we do okay? A little of this, a little bit of that, or thumbs up, or let's give a round of applause to, well, wait. We'll give a round of applause to Mr. Sean Maloney, Andrew Leach, Cary Price, Bart, Jensen, and Joe Fontechia, everybody. I had to step away and applause. Takes a lot of effort. So what I like to do is tell you about a few things, a couple announcements here. First of all, I know some of you are new to Zoom, some aren't, but if you haven't had the chance, we have all sorts of classes that we are teaching on Zoom, and everything is available. All links to the classes are on our website. So if you just go to FletcherMusic.com and you find a tab that says virtual classes and events, and there's even a big button towards the middle of the home page that says upcoming classes. You can see all the different classes for beginners, intermediate. There's some that are catered to certain products, some for the small models, some for the big models, in between, everything else in between. So without Zoom, we feel like we wouldn't have been connected as many people we have been in the last year. So thank goodness for that, and having such wonderful talent. And by the way, what did you think of that Lowrey premiere they all played? Wait, give the Lowrey premiere a big round of applause, everybody. Now, I can't see you, but I'm hoping you're applauding. Hope you're applauding. And here I am back. We gave that organ a round of applause. Such a spectacular. Happens to be a hot item right now, and it happens to be a featured model throughout our company. So I don't know what you all have, but if it's something of interest, I would encourage you to speak to your personal assistant or one of the staff members here today. In fact, I think we even have one that we acquired through an estate that which basically, and we bought it at pennies on the dollar. So it'd be worth asking about that. Now, finally, what I like to do as we do Zoom classes and concerts and workshops, and we've done all sorts of different aspects of Zoom, what we'd like to do is we're going to give you an opportunity to give, and I really want some feedback here. We have several artists on here today. What we'd like you to do is, and Gail told me all of my students are very upfront and honest people, right? Right, Wendy? Yes. She says they are, and they'll tell you what they really think. So in a minute, you're going to have an opportunity to join what's called a breakout room or a Q&A room or not torture room. Sean wanted to call it a dungeon, but I didn't think that was where we want your feedback on how we did this event today, because normally we don't do it in this style. So give us your opinion on that. Also, it's a good chance to ask Q&A of the artists, these talented artists and educators, anything you might have heard today or seen, you have some questions about. And if hopefully they piqued your interest, you could also say, tell me a little bit more about that premiere. And so you'll have an opportunity to do that if you'd like. But really, we want some of your feedback and give you a chance to speak to one of the artists there. So with that said, Sean Maloney is going to push a button, not a blow-up button. And when he does that, which is going to happen in 3, 2, 1, action.